So, as we all know, I respond to critics. Why? I enjoy it. I don't know if too many know this or not, but according to several people who hold opposing views of me, I wake up every morning just trying to find a way to piss people off. You're on to me. How does my comments about the flag tie into Veteran Horizon and my dealings with veterans? These are all three things I'm going to address right now. I'm a racist, yet I'm not the one backing, pushing, and supporting a cause to dance on the American flag because unarmed black people are being shot, because young black youth are being shot and killed. Pretty funny, I'm not the one that started that challenge. Pretty funny, I'm not the one that continues to bring up the African American descent in every equation. Pretty funny that I support any and all veterans and have loudly stated so, have talked to veterans of every ethnicity, tried to help out veterans of every ethnicity. Basically, you contact me and you're a veteran, and I'm going to help. I don't care about your background. I don't care about your descent. You served. Therefore, we as Americans have a duty, a responsibility, and should be a pleasure to help veterans.
Well, you're a racist because you wore the Confederate flag on your head.
Actually, no, that makes you a racist.
But why? The Confederate flag was about slavery.
No. The Confederate flag was not about slavery. Slavery was not about the South. Slavery was from the North down to the South. Slavery, the motion to abolish slavery, was actually started by a Southern state representative who was, wait for it, are you sitting down? Wait for it, a Republican. The KKK was started by, wait for it, anyone? Democrats. I don't fall on either side of the party line when it comes to Veteran Horizon. I don't. But to sit there and label me a racist, to sit there and label me a bastard because I wear the Confederate flag on my head, which happens to symbolize a flag that leads back to my family's history, where my family comes from. Southern born, bred, and by the grace of God raised. I'm sorry. The Confederate flag actually stood for a separating of the Union back during the Civil War times because why? They had the same notion and the same ideals that I uphold and represent today, which is smaller government, more freedom, less involvement. So how does that make me a racist? It's you who are the racist who are coming to me talking trash about, well, you had the Confederate flag. I don't care. So what? So because somebody wears a Kwanzaa shirt or a shirt with their African American heritage on it, I'm automatically labeled them a racist. Oh wait, that labeled me a racist anyway. See, the problem is that I have a voice and I'm white. That's what the problem is, folks. Let's get down to the nitty gritty and I'll come right out and damn well say it. Those that are opposing this Take Back America challenge, those that are opposing what I'm doing with Veteran Horizon are doing so, that was a big fucking bee, are doing so because of the fact that I'm white and I speak my mind and I have no problem with it. And I'm not pulling the whole white card of, well, I've got several black friends, but I've had several black people I've had plenty of very, very pleasant interaction and conversation with regarding racism today and everything else, in which, yes, it does exist, but it exists on all sides of the spectrum. You see, here's the thing, folks. Until we start acknowledging racism on all sides, then, and only then, will the issue start to be contained. But when you start pushing and keep pushing the race card and racism on only one side and then playing the victim even though you're acting a racist yourself, you expect me to have love for you? You expect me to sit back and go, you're right. I'm just a terrible person. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, folks. And Now, let's all tie this into a pretty sexy little picture as to how it relates to Veteran Horizon as far as me as the founder. It don't. It don't. Race don't play a damn bit of factor into what I'm doing and what we as a nation represent. As far as those who support and who are willing to, join in with Veteran Horizon and help out and stuff like that, it don't represent a damn bit one of us. What it represents is the fact that we damn well don't appreciate ignorant assholes, be them white, be them black, be them Mexican, be them Barney the purple fucking dinosaur, dancing on the American flag to make a point. Let's start dancing on the Hispanic flag, folks. Let's start dancing on the Ethiopian, the Libyan, the Syrian, whatever. What are we labeled? Anyone? Anyone? That question's for extra credit. But to sit there and blast me and call me a racist because I stand up and I say, I do not condone something. It's not my fault that something I don't condone is done mostly, and from what we are seeing, from what's being shown, by one race. It's not my fault that I don't sit there, or that I stand up and flat out state that I don't condone the riots in Baltimore, or in Ferguson, or New York, or Chicago, or LA, or fucking, I don't even know what that was up there in Oregon. I don't think that was a riot. I think it was a riot to watch, but I don't think it was a riot. What about the fact, instead of sitting there screaming at me about racism, why don't we sit there and focus on the fact that police officers are being targeted? 3 officers in 3 different states were targeted, and one of them was murdered yesterday. Focus on that fact. As I've said before, clean up your own motherfucking backyard before you come into mine, son, because I guarantee you I'll kick your ass right out of it. You don't want to argue with me. You don't. I'm not saying I know it all, but I damn sure do enough research and have enough of a base for when I do pose an argument or post an argument that it'll stand up in any argument. But again, to sit there and call me a racist because of a symbol that you deem as being racist is racism perpetuated within itself. And as I said, until we acknowledge racism as a whole, racism on all fronts, be it white racism, black racism, Hispanic racism, or racism against Barney. No, racism against Barney's allowed because that motherfucker's creepy. Until we acknowledge it as a whole, folks, it's never going to go away. So we have one of 3 options. We can keep going. We can get together and fix shit. We can keep going the way it's going and end up in a huge-ass race war and a civil war. Or we can just quit playing the fucking entitled, let shit play out, sit down, shut up, do what we as Americans are supposed to do, which is to work our ass off, bust our ass for that dollar, and 2, to pay the government, support our veterans, support our families, and mind our own damn business. Novel idea.